Lots of agencies really think about their ideal client profile as a static thing. If I pick this ideal client profile when I'm in business for 3 months, it will be my only ideal client profile forever. Well, it's not true. Your ideal client profile changes as your business changes, as you change. The best way to pick your first ideal client profile is using this concept that I have of return on understanding. You need to think about the businesses that you understand the best. And it might be from previous experience. When I started my marketing agencies, I focused on retailers because that was a world that I understood, because I had worked in specialty retail at the Shorper Image and then at a bookstore called Brentano's, which was part of the Borders Group. So I really understood the ins and outs of retail. When it became time for me to start an agency, those were the people that I understood the best. I spoke their language. I felt their pain. I understood their concerns. So it was really easy for me to invest my time and energy into talking to them because I understood them. I was kind of one of them. They understood me. We had the same language. The additional issue is once you have customers, you need to effectively understand which customers you serve best, because those customers, that's indicative of who your ideal client should be. And by serve them best, I don't mean the places you necessarily get the best results. You might get the best results, but you want to think about the clients for whom the relationship is easiest. The work flows nicely. The planning and the looking forward, it all makes sense, because that's indicative that you and your team understand that business better than others. You might have outliers that perform better, but if there is a group of companies that when you think about, wow, these are my favorite customers, or these are the businesses that we just know what to do, then that's your ideal client profile. If you look at that every quarter or 6 months or year or yearly, that definition is going to evolve over time. What you really want to do is first focus on what you understand. Then as you grow, you want to focus on where there is the least amount of friction, which is the place where you are bringing the most value, because it is the value and your sense of understanding that makes client relationships great. You need to really focus on first what you understand. And then later, as you evolve, you need to look at what the data and your experience tells you that you understand. And that's how you pick your ideal client profile. Now, by the way, I do want to add one thing here. Ideal client profiles aren't limiting at all. They're actually just a focal point. It does not mean that you can't take other kinds of clients. And that's a really important concept, because many, many people think that if you pick an ideal client profile, that means you must exclude all others. Your ideal client profile truly is the kind of client you prefer, and you prefer them because you can serve them better. Now, there is one other thing. This is off the beaten path a little bit, but at this time of year, you see lots and lots of lists like these are the most profitable agency niches for 2022 or whatever. And there is not a niche that is more profitable than another. There is only a niche or an ideal client profile that you can serve better and more effectively than others. When you see those lists, the 12 most profitable niches for 2022, just realize what that is. That's a load of horse poop, because that idea of profitability in a niche only works if you can serve that niche really well. For instance, I have clients that work with dentists, and they make a really good living working with dentists, and it's awesome. And they understand dentists, and they make a lot of money. Now, I'm a pretty good marketer, but I could not serve dentists because, to tell you the truth, I don't really understand them. I get my teeth cleaned twice a year, and that's about it. I don't have any sense of What's important to a dentist? What does their life look like other than when I'm lying back on the chair and my mouth is open? I don't understand them. So it doesn't matter how good of a marketer I am. I probably can't serve them effectively because I have no clue who they are, what they do, what drives them, what's important to them, and how you can deliver those things. Now, are my clients better marketers than I am empirically? Well, maybe, probably, but they serve dentists really well because they've invested themselves and they've maximized their return on understanding. And that's how you create profitability. That's how you create growth, is by maximizing your return on understanding, not necessarily maximizing your technical skills or your understanding of the Facebook algorithm or anything like that. It's really about the understanding of your client. That's what drives profitability, efficiency, credibility, and frankly, joy.